This is an ET Now exclusive. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley speaks on Modi 365. Here is an excerpt. Take a listen.
I visited Dr. Manmohan Singh one of these last few months, and I was asking him about the 91 to 96 period, where I think he did a very good job. And he told me that within the government and his party, during that period, which was probably one of the better phases of his life, he virtually stood isolated.
Even on the reform front?
On the reform front. Even though the Prime Minister, Mr. Narasimha Rao, was backing him, he said at one meeting of the party's working committee, everybody blasted me.
For taking the decisions that he did? Except
Mr. Sathe and one more person who came and then supported him. And I think the changes he brought about did create an impact for the future. There has to be a mature reading and an analysis of an Indian electorate and India's parliamentary democracy.
Right.
A decisive mandate in India is not an unencumbered mandate.
That's right.
And this is for the reason there is a very significant section in Indian politics which actually doesn't believe in reforms. They don't understand the
You choose to call them obstructionist politicians.
No, it's not only obstructionist, they don't realize the significance. Indian political system is slowly realizing the impact of this. For instance, UPA 1 and 2 did not realize the impact. They thought reforms only means you redistribute the existing resource.
And it's also a bit of populism.
And that will bring you the electorate to you. Now, India has to concentrate on increasing productivity, not merely redistributing the existing resource.
What do you make of this Rahul Gandhi 2.0 as it is being said to be? Does the BJP see him as a political threat? Because one senior minister after the other, I'm not talking about yourself, is feeling obliged to kind of refute what he's saying. Are you overstating his case in this process?
We are not, you are.
Okay.
You means the media. And therefore you saw for 1 year this government without committing a mistake. I think one of the high points of this government is it hasn't committed a fundamental mistake in the first year. And people may comment on the pace, some may want it faster, some may want it slower, but we haven't committed a mistake. And therefore, even when he makes statements which display inadequate knowledge, let me give you an example. You look at the food park in Amethi. A relatively a project announced in 2010, abandoned in 2013. The private sector collaborator withdrew, and he, in his right letter withdrawing, during the UPA says, those extra advantages which were promised to us
didn't come along.
He uses some phrase to that effect. And now you say, oh, why have you called it? So you see, merely because the facility of Parliament is available for making a point, I wish once in a while the points have some bearance with truth. You can't take liberties with fact on every occasion.
And you can watch excerpts of the Finance Minister's interview to ET Now all day on Times Now.